Everybody, happy something. Sunday night, Monday morning. Good to see you. Thanks for all the incredible videos about Catcher in the Rye. I want to mention a couple things about Catcher in the Rye. Your comments were incredible. Some things I would have talked about in class. I want to do this fast. The title, the idea of Catcher in the Rye and trying to stop people from falling off the cliff and the cliff into adulthood. Just a fascinating title and taken from the poem by Robert Burns, etc. The whole idea of phonies, the actors, the adults, and how he wanted to stay young and wanted to keep Phoebe young. And then the last scene with the museum and the carousel, or the museum leading up to the carousel, and the red hat and the protection, and just fascinating symbolism there down the stretch. What else? 20 times before. So Mr. Antolini, I remember that situation. It was pretty unique. And he made a comment in there that something like that has happened to me like 20 times before. And you wonder if there were some things in Holden's past that were upsetting through that. But anyway, just really appreciate everyone joining in and everyone sending me great videos and doing all the work. And just we're done with Catcher in the Rye. And I thought it was awesome. And I appreciate you guys doing what you're doing. Let's talk TED Talk. And by the way, a lot of people have asked how I'm doing. I'm doing great. We're having a good time here at home. I just working hard trying to teach and also doing some projects around the house and writing and cooking a lot and just doing what we do, waiting for some warm weather again, like all of you guys are. All right, so here we go. It's TED Talk Prep Week, and I know it's APUSH Week. I get that, okay? But this is TED Talk Prep Week. You can see this document here. No vocab quiz, no journals, no reading for fun unless you want to. TED Talk plans, all we're doing, okay? You know there's examples on YouTube, right? On my channel, Kenneth George YouTube channel down here, there's like from 2 years ago, there's a bunch of them on here. You know that, right? If you wanted to look at some. Those are longer than what I'm going to have you do, though. All right, and then, good luck with APUSH on Friday. I'm pretty sure it's Friday. It's on the 15th, I think. So good luck. All we're doing this week is planning for TED Talk, and all you have to do this week is on Saturday by 6 p.m. is a sample of your TED Talk, all right? So I'm going to answer a bunch of questions here. All right, so what does it do Saturday by 6 p.m.? Here you go, full run-through of your TED Talk. Put it on Google Classroom. Use Screencastify. That's what I'm using right now. It's this little thing right here, Screencastify. See it up there? And I'm just telling you, try it now. Make sure it works. Get it set up. Don't wait until that day and then say, I can't get it to you or something. Get it, okay? And it's going to look like this. You're going to have your Google slideshow up there, and your head's going to be down here. I really like when I move my head up here because now I'm really looking at you. One person told me it seems a little bit awkward. I'm going to leave it up there for now because I look there and I can see me and see you and whatever. I can't really see you, but you know what I mean. All right. So that's all we're doing this week. And I know you're thinking, wait a minute, I have my APUSH test to study for. I get it. I know. Okay, the TED Talk planning is not a lot. Organize your presentation. Make your Google Slides. It is absolutely doable while you study APUSH. When is the actual presentation due? Not until Saturday by 6 p.m. And this is a run-through. I know APUSH is on Friday. That gives you all day, the rest of the day Friday and all day Saturday to get it in by 6 p.m. And this is a full run-through of your TED Talk. Put on Google Classroom using Screencastify. 3 to 5 minutes long. You can see that Google presentation with your head in the corner or up here or whatever. And please make your slides professional. And then it's just a run through. I'm going to give you some feedback on there while I watch it. And then your final one, well, when's it due, Mr. Well, Thursday the next week, May 14th by 6 p.m. Okay, we'll also be reading Old Man and the Sea at that time. It's quick, it's easy, you have it. It's short, fun, interesting, it's creative, it's not a big deal. So we'll be doing both of those things next week. It's not going to be a lot. I promise you, we will not. And really getting ready for this TED Talk is just not going to overwhelm you. It's a much different experience, I think, doing it online. Will other people watch it? All right, here's the deal. Only if you want them to. I've decided that I'm just going to make them public if you allow me to make them public. I'm sure there are many of your classmates who would like to see your TED Talk when you're done. If you give me permission, I will put it out there in some way. I don't know how. And then everyone can watch them if you want to watch them. Okay. But if you don't want me to, I think that's the decision I've made because it's a little bit different when it's sitting out there. I just think just for a lot of reasons. It will be public if you want it to be public, or if you want me to share it with certain people, or I can share it with you and give you ownership of it, and then you can share whatever. But I know a lot of people will probably want to watch the TED Talks. I will certainly watch them. I will grade them. I'll show you the rubric in a little bit. Of course, I put grade in parentheses or in quotes because you know that we're just grading on just doing your best. And so many of you are just giving me incredible effort. And I'm just, blessed, honored, happy, bald. I'm shaving my head again. Look at that. Oh my God, look at that glare right there. Anyway, all right. Do you have to dress up? Well, we're only going to see like this. I don't think you should be in a sweatshirt like I am right now. But I don't think you have to be like crazy dressed up. I do think your arrangement of your screen is important. This is not good right now. Those pictures back there are distracting. This glare here is distracting. I'm not dressed correctly. So this is not good, but this is how much of you we will see in your presentation. I made some comments on many of your presentations for Catcher in the Rye that you have to look at the camera. Okay, so you cannot be, and that's why I feel like when I put my head over here, it gets a little bit weird. I don't care where you put your head, but you look at the camera. Okay, you make eye contact with the audience while you give the presentation, not doing this or looking around or looking down at notes a lot, or you look at us. Okay. All right, so then the real one's going to be due the next week. I did that. What other people watched it? That do I have to dress up? Did that? Do I have to turn an outline? Nope, no outline. You have to follow the one you did before. My expectations are your TED Talk's going to be freaking amazing. I don't need all the other stuff. That's your call. What if you mess up? Well, guess what? I messed up at the very start of this presentation. I was like, I don't even know what I said anymore, but I messed up and I went on just like you would do if it was live. If you were in the lecture hall and you messed up, you wouldn't like hit pause and you'd go. You go. Okay, if you mess up, you go. No editing, none of that. It's a one-time deal and you go. And if you mess up, fight through it. Okay. And you can see sometimes I gesture. If you wanted to be back here a little bit while you talk, so you can use your hands a little bit, please feel free to do that. I'm old, so old people always put their face like right in the camera. So, all right. Can you use notes? Yeah, you can use notes. That's fine. I have notes right here. I don't know if you noticed I was looking down at them a little bit, but you should not look at them much. And you should not read anything. You should not read anything. And you should not have your presentation memorized. Okay. This is not and then I would really like to, none of that, okay? This is you talking kind of off the top of your head, but not really. Planned, organized, ready. Okay, and if you have to glance for a next key point, I'm good with that. If you have to glance to a next key point and then come back up, I'm good with that. If you need to read a quote about something and you need to look down and say, and I'm going to read a quote to you, say it. Look down, read the quote to us, but not much more than that. The only thing that really should be memorized, I would say, would be your start and your end. You really need to know exactly what you're going to say at the start. Your very first words are not going to be, okay, here I am. Here's my TED Talk. Okay, your first words are your first words. And I'm going to highly recommend it's a story that you start, you hit play and you say, so the other night I was sitting at home and you start a story right away. Okay, or something really interesting right away to get the audience engaged. Okay, that is my major recommendation for how you start your TED Talk. And what else? Here's the rubric. We can run through it right here. Here's the rubric. Delivery. This is so different. Natural, comfortable facial expressions. You see that eye contact is made consistently with the camera. Okay, look at the camera. All right, consistently. Effective use of Screencastify. Figure it out now. Again, there it is. It's that thing up there. Get it. Figure it out. Add it onto Chrome or whatever and practice this and make sure it works. Professional Google Slides with a lot of pictures. A lot of pictures, I would think. Pictures of you. Okay. You have to change your thinking for this presentation. This is not an overly formal, worried about saying one time, kind of like one. No, you need to engage your audience and make them just watch and just be riveted to the screen. And when you're done, think, oh my gosh, my mind is blown. Or, oh my gosh, that was so emotional. Like you gotta change your thinking about the boring structured presentation that you have sometimes given in some other classes. That's not what we're doing. Okay, let me repeat, that is not what we're doing. What you say is important. How you say it might be more important, but you need to be engaging and interesting, okay, and confident. But you're not going like monotone, no, that's not what we're doing, okay? That was a really weird, all right, Google Slides, not too many words. So, you can have some words in there, quotes or whatever, but you know how I feel about that. Attire, I did that. Verbal, conversational tone of voice, practice but not memorized, passion, enthusiasm for the topic, ums and likes, avoid them. Yeah, but if you say them like whatever, okay, the point is to be engaging and to be interesting. First words, the very first words. Okay, when your face pops up, you hit record and it goes 3, 2, 1, and you start. Okay, you don't start with, so my TED Talk's about, or here you go, Mr. George, ready? No, none of that. You start your presentation. You know how I feel about that. I'm going to highly recommend you start with a short story. Not your name, topic, anything like that. Last words. Okay, last words. You need to know exactly what you're going to say. And therefore, that's why I have suffered from panic attacks as a kid. I still suffer from panic attacks, but I hope that my presentation showed you that it's okay and you're not alone. Bang. Okay, done. You need to plan what you're going to say at the end so we are done. And you're not going to end with thank you or that's it, I'm done. So when you're finished, You don't say, and that's why, da 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 da. Thank you. You don't do that. Okay. You end with a statement and you end. Content should just, stay clear, stay on topic. We should be really interested. This is the key thing: interesting, creative, and meaningful. Okay. Not boring and monotone and basic and obvious. Okay. Any sentence you say, if it's an obvious sentence, we don't need to hear it. All right. Connect to us in some way. Organization should have a clear intro, body, conclusion. We should know kind of where you're going. Should there be a thesis-ish statement? Kind of, I think. Like after your story and you get into something, at some point you should say, and this is why I really believe the idea of panic attacks is something that everyone needs to be more aware of in our school. There's a thesis-ish thing. Now we're like, that's what it's about. That's not what you start with. Okay, you got a story leading into that. Conclusion, closure, leaves an impact, and we know you're done. Okay, absolutely know you're finished. And clear transition statements to move from one point to the next. Like from slide to slide, it should not be like a weird pause and like plan it, organize it, know how you're going to flow from slide to slide. Here's the time. We're going much shorter this year, 3 to 5. It's always been 4.5 to 6. We're going 3 to 5. Okay, a little bit different online, I think. All these point values here, okay, I am going to fill out a rubric on you. And I think you'll want to see the rubric. You know that doing it and participating in it is what you're really after. But I will absolutely grade it and show you the rubric. There's an outline here if you want it. I've already said you don't have to fill it out. Okay, but that outline is there for you. So on Thursday of this, or on Saturday of this week, like a week from Saturday, that'd be the 16th. It probably says it up here, doesn't it, somewhere? Anyway, Saturday, May 16th by 6 p.m., your TED Talk will be up there for me to watch. I'll give you feedback over the weekend and maybe Monday as well. Real one due Thursday the next week. That's what I got. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I mean, I wish it was different. I'm still toying with ideas of if some of the amazing ones, could we put them out to the greater public? Could we put a whole section on the central trend called Honors 10 TED Talks and just have all of your videos up there? If you want me to, I think absolutely we can do that, and we can publicize the crap out of it. So I don't know. I want all of you to give it in a way that you think that the entire community will watch it, even if you don't think you're going to share it. You'll see on these videos, if you go to this YouTube channel and watch any of these, it's just is a really moving, important moment in these kids' lives. And I think it can be for you, even though it's a much different situation that we're in. I get that. All right. Proud of you. I love you guys. Thankful for having you in my class. And if you have any questions along the way, please send me some emails. And I'm here for you. Looking forward to talking to you. And I'll see you on Friday at my Zoom as well from noon to 1. Okay. Thanks, guys. See you.